Okay, welcome back to West of Loathing and the Necromancer's Tower. We are on the approach, I suppose. Nothing really else out here. That's crazy. That was a lot to visually process when that came on screen. It's just a lot of bones. I mean, it's very silly, but I kind of like it. Nothing to the sides, huh? The skull above the door screams, "Password!" Abracadabra. There's a click inside the door as it unlocks. Okay. Oh. Alright. Interesting. Let's inspect these things first. It's a fountain of blood. Nothing weird about that. Yeah, that seems normal. Some strange, undecipherable runes. Have I missed anything? I thought we were at the point where I had basically learned everything there was to learn about the Necromancer. Maybe if I had read the next Max books, I would be able to do more with this. It seems like a terrible idea to drink from the blood here, but I think we're gonna go to sleep pretty soon after this. Let's see what happens. The blood is delicious, like meaty Kool-Aid. You gain an effect, dark-blooded. Your vitality has been boosted by some blood you drank from a fountain of blood. This is probably totally safe and good, plus 30 maximum HP. That's a big buff. Whether or not it has other side effects, I guess we'll find out later. You know, I don't tend to associate necromancers with blood. It's usually, you know, more decay. Like, at most, maybe zombies, which typically are not shown to have much in the way of fluids. So having the blood fountain seems a little more, I don't know, like blood magic, blood sorcery type of stuff. Anyway, splitting hairs. Alright. This is a lot. Oh, this is a lot. Woo. Okay. Well, good thing we have Doc here. So let's buff ourselves first. Do this carefully. I think the best choice is going to be to fan hammer so I can end a whole row of these guys. Why does that do so much damage? Wait, it said some... Didn't it say before how much damage it was going to do? I thought it said like 200 and something. Was that not that ability? Oh, no, it says it on the front line, but it doesn't say it on the back ones because it's warning me about that I'm gonna miss. Which is fine, because that's what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Well, that was a lie. Huh. I wonder why that number was so far off. It did seem too good to be true, but... So, which one should I destroy? I don't think I have anything that's gonna... give me, like... I don't know. We can't control this guy, so he's gonna do whatever he wants. I think... eliminating part of one row, the weakest row, is probably the best call. Okay, they're not too strong. They're mostly just tough. That's good. That makes this a bit easier. Why did it wait until it was that... I guess the poison applies and the poison ticking is a separate action, maybe. Okay, nice, I got 2 of them. Okay. We'll end this one. They really all just want to, like, slap me in the chest. Well, I say that. It sounds like being slapped in the chest. It looks like I'm being smacked in the nuts. Yeah, why not with this? I've got the action points to do it. Oh, of course the last one took 1. It needed 1 extra damage. Absolute bastard. Okay. This is not a difficult fight, but it's not an easy fight either, so I'm hoping that this isn't about to get dramatically harder. If there's one thing this game does not have, it's great balance. You single-handedly defeated all 8 of those skeletons. Hey, sorry, I mean you single-handedly defeated all of those 9 skeletons. Alice picks up a bone and examines it carefully. Well, I think she's right to be a little annoyed at that. Yeah, I'm assuming at this point if I had some Nex-Mex knowledge that this would allow me to just bypass these struggles, probably. Well, there's a big old pillar of skulls blocking your path. There was bound to be one of these in here somewhere, right? Excuse me, fellas, I need to get past here. The skulls hiss and chatter and giggle at you. So that's a no then. Well, I suppose you all think you're real clever to block my path, but I've got a trick up my sleeve. You casually walk around the pillar of skulls and stand on the other side of it. Ha! Guess you should have been a wall of skulls if you wanted to stop me. Dismayed by your mastery of the 3rd dimension, the skulls scuttle, slash, roll away, and hide in the walls. Well, sure got them with my hornswoggling. This looks terrible. I do like this more sinister remix of the like battle music. Spookier. These 2 skeletons have their names written on their foreheads so they won't forget them. Actually, wait, maybe they have each other's maybe they each have the other one's name. Dive in. All right, so can Doc still one-shot these guys? Oh, these guys are nothing. Well, they are very resistant, though. Weird how he does so much. Buffalo Bill does so much more damage than I do in this case. Usually, if anything, he's in parity with me or does a lot less. Ow. Well, that was easy. With a thump and a smash, the 2 behemoths fell. Hooray. Alright, so far so good. Is that the Necromancer? This sure looks like the end. This looks like that's the throne room. You approach the throne and the withered husk sitting on it. Unbelievable. All that killing, all that horror, and this is what's behind it? He tries to speak to you, but all that comes out is dust. And my options are destroy him or leave him alone. If this just nonchalantly ends... Doc, you want to do the honors? My pleasure. She racks her shotgun and gives the wretched mummy both barrels. It explodes into dust, which dissipates with a sad whisper. Eat that, you old bastard. That's for Elliot. How's it feel? Better. Much better. So now what? What do you mean? Well, that's what you came to do. Are you headed back to Boring Springs? Oh, nah. You ain't getting rid of me that easy. You're my only patient, and you're under doctor's orders till we get to wherever you're headed. Glad to hear it, Doc. Come on, let's get out of this nightmare. Well, that sure was the end of it. An evil, evil throne. No comment about these pillars of spine and bone and spooky candles either. I was gonna say that if I had come earlier, this would have been more of a challenge, but really the challenge wouldn't have made it more interesting. That's still a kind of underwhelming outcome, to be honest. I suppose there's something to be said for the journey being the point. And that, I don't know, it's a split between gameplay considerations and writing considerations and meta narrative considerations, Like, this is not the first time in this game that there has been something that, like, landed flat at the end, and it seemed like it was pretty much on purpose. And I appreciate that on some level, but there's ultimately no changing the fact that gameplay-wise, and as far as the actual satisfaction of playing the game, that was pretty underwhelming. We don't need everything to be a climactic battle, but like when this is one of the like 3 maybe major side stories, for it to just be you beat 3 successive kind of maybe sort of difficult fights and then you blow the necromancer's head off and have no narrative about it. I don't know. At the very least, since this game series likes to talk, right? It likes to say a lot of words, and not necessarily for any other reason than being entertaining. So if they had at least, made more of a joke out of it, if we had just sat there and had a long dialogue about if it had lampshaded it more and said the point was the journey and revenge isn't actually what you wanted, and ultimately the tower still stands and the scourge of death and destruction is still present, etc., etc. Like, they could have done a lot with that with nothing more than a bit of writing. So again, it feels like a missed opportunity while also sacrificing an otherwise I don't know, meaningful arc. Meaningful is air quotes in this game, but I don't know how I feel about that. Thanks, Herb. I couldn't have ever put a stop to that monster without your help. I ain't one for sentimental words, but it means a whole lot to me. Don't mention it, Doc. I wouldn't have gotten this far without you either. Still a ways to Frisco, though. Well, that's not true. Are you in for the rest of the haul? As opposed to what? Go back to Boring Springs and dole out cough medicine for the rest of my life? Ha, not hardly. Well, what do you have on the docket for us? Breadwood, yep, that's tomorrow, I believe. Oh, right, we got the rock. Okay, I wasn't sure if we had gone for that yet. Okay, let's go over Doc Morton's house. Find an abandoned crate full of mining supply. Yeah. Okay. All right, and we'll turn in our found rock diamond. It was the wait, no, it wasn't the diamond. What was it? I don't even remember at this point. This game has too many narrative through lines and not enough tracking. Doesn't help that it's taken me over a year to finish it. Anyway, we'll turn that in next time.